Do numbers make you feel like you're staring at a foreign language? First, one, confusing numbers. Some numbers can really confuse you. For example, 12 and 20. Also 13 and 30. Here's a neat trick. Listen to where the stress falls. Watch this. In 13, the stress is on the second part, teen. In 30, stress is on the first part, thir. Practice with me. 14 and 40, next 15 and 50, and last one 16 and 60. Remember, teen numbers have stress on the second syllable and multiples of 10 on the first syllable. Second, big numbers. Big numbers can be intimidating, right? Let's break them down. Try this giant number 12150024792. Here's a trick. There are spaces between this giant number. Put a word in each space. For example, in this case, place words like billion, million, and thousand in the spaces. These are the things you need to remember while pronouncing giant numbers. So, we can read this 12 billion, 150 million, 24,792 to make big numbers simpler. Instead of saying 7,500,000, say it in 7.5 million. Let's try something easier like decimals. Decimals are just numbers with a dot. Easy. Here we read this number as 16.75. But how do you read decimals? For percentage, we can say 16.75%, but we say point for percentage. For money, we used to say $16.75, and is the period for money. $4.99 can be $4.99, or $4.99 and $499 is $499. It's all about context. Let's move on to ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers show order, like first or fourth. We use these numbers when we talk about dates, or in sports when we talk about positions. Here are the ones you should know. First, second, and third. After third, just add T. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. For numbers like 21st or 32nd, use cent or ND. 21st and 32nd. Next one, dates. Dates use ordinal numbers too. How would you say this date? So we would say December 12th, 2023. So you see the year we separated in 20 and 23. So we cut in half for the year. But you can also say 2023. How would you say this date? We would say January 1st, 2002. 2002. We don't say 22, be careful with this. It sounds like 22. Okay, so we would say 2002. Or of course, you can also say 2002. For revision, let's go through some examples. January 1st, 2002. March 3rd, 2000. Addresses. Addresses follow the same rule as dates. How would you say this address? 1290 Main Street. You wouldn't say 1290 Main Street. Let's practice another example. Now it is 3 numbers, not 4, but it follows the same rule. We say 523 Elm Avenue. Now phone numbers. They are similar to dates and addresses, but with a few twists. Start with easy one. How would you say this phone number? You would say this in first part 825. Second part, divide and you would say 3298. But phone number often have other numbers. So how would say this phone number? Area code 347. After that, we follow the previous rule, which we learned 8-5-5 and 70-30.